magic of economics. I'm going to start with microeconomics. Introduction of microeconomics. I already told the syllabus of economics. Now I am going to start directly microeconomics first chapter, because I am going to give stress on examination, and examination point of view is my class. Unnecessary explanation I am not going to give. What is needed for you, that only I am going to teach. So, what is micro and what is macro? My first topic. Microeconomics you are going to study in 11th standard. Macroeconomics you are going to study 12th standard. Micro, the word meaning micro is small and macro means big. So, one more time, micro means small, you all know, and macro means big. So, like I will give you one example. If micro is a tree, macro is a forest. But forest and tree is related. How? Tree is standing inside the forest. Micro and macro is also like that. Micro is standing with the macro. Macro is standing with macro. Okay? Distinguish between micro and macro. Microeconomics studies economic problems or economic relationship at the level of an individual, individual firm, individual industry. We are stressing word individual firm, individual industry, individual household. Okay? Macroeconomics studies economic problems or economic relationship at the economy as a whole. So, now itself you can understand one is individual and the other one is economy as a whole. I will tell one example regarding this. Now, we have lockdown. The entire world is locked. How? Because of the virus. If my income or I am the person who is losing the job, or my income is called individual income. If it world income or like India's income is coming down, it is macroeconomics. My income is coming down, it is individual, microeconomics. If India's income is coming down, it is macroeconomics. But me as a person is standing where? In India. So it is connected. That is the connection between micro and macro. And microeconomics means, you know, like I told, individual. We can see like the chapter names only. It is individual demand. Examples of micro. Individual supply, market demand, market supply. So you may be thinking like ma'am is only telling individual demand as well as market demand. How it can come under microeconomics? Yes, both are coming under microeconomics. For example, A's income, B's income, these all are individual income. But A plus B is market income. Both are coming under microeconomics. Now, macroeconomics. Macroeconomics means sum total of, means aggregate demand and aggregate income is coming under macroeconomics. Then, when micro variables are working, macro variables supposed to be constant. How it is? That also I will tell you. If individually saving is good, but for a nation saving is not good. If India is only saving, what will be our condition? It will be very difficult, no? India should spend. But if we people are always spending, what will be our future here? It will be so difficult, no? So we should save, but India should spend. But a contradictory. So when micro variables are working, macro variables supposed to be constant. So when macro variables are working, micro should be constant. Means when I am talking about nation, India supposed to spend. That time individual savings supposed to be constant. That is what I meant is. So I hope micro and macro is very clear to you. Okay? Every economy faces three central problems. So what are the central problems of our economy? There are three central problems of our economy. First one, what to produce. Second, how to produce. Third, for whom to produce. So there are three central problems. What? If I am a producer, what I supposed to produce, I am thinking. It can be consumer goods like bread, butter, ghee, such kind of goods. Or capital goods like machines, means tractors, or like any kind of machines like photostat machine, or like wartime goods or peacetime goods. Wartime goods like tanks, rifles, guns, or peacetime goods like peacetime obviously after a war we won't eat what pizza, burger or such kind of things. We will eat the basic food like what bread, butter, such kind of things. So capital goods or consumer goods, wartime goods or peacetime goods. Capital goods like machines, consumer goods like wheat, butter, ghee, whatever directly you can eat. And wartime goods like rifles, guns, tanks, and peacetime goods like bread, butter, etc. Then the second problem. So what to produce? Now a person decided what to produce. Then we have to think about the technology. How to produce. Second problem. How to produce. There are two techniques. Labor intensive technique and capital intensive technique. Labor intensive technique, labor will be more and capital is less. Means people will be more and machines will be less. And the second one, capital intensive techniques. Capital will be more, labor will be less. Machines will be more and labors will be less. Means India is a developing country and unemployment is there. So we are supposed to use which type of technique? Labor intensive technique. Or if we want fast production, we have to use what? Capital intensive technique. So what to produce completed? How to produce completed. Now third one, for whom to produce. Now I decided what I have to produce, whether it is a consumer good, capital good, wartime or peacetime. I decided. And the second one I selected whether I have to use capital intensive or labor intensive. Then the third one I am thinking, for whom to produce. Okay. If I am producing for richer section, their quality of life will improve and the gap between poor and rich will increase. Means richer section's quality of life will improve. They will get everything but the poor will not get. That means the gap between haves and have not will increase. Then if I am producing for poorer section, what can happen? Poor only may not be able to buy. So who will suffer? Producer will suffer and the economy's growth will suffer. So I hope you understood what to produce, how to produce and for whom to produce. Okay? On the basis of nature of economic activities, economies are classified into three. First one, market economy or capitalist economy. Second one, mixed economy. Third one, centrally planned economy. Market economy. Market economy or capitalist economy, in which decision making such as what to produce, how to produce, for whom to produce is decided by market forces, demand and supply. You know there are two market forces. Demand is one, and the supply. It will automatically work in our economy. So the decision will be according to demand and supply. In the second unit as well as the third unit. Second unit you will be studying demand, and third unit you will be studying supply, and the fourth unit demand and supply together equilibrium. So first one is capitalist economy, and then second one is what? Mixed economy. The word is only telling you what? Mixed means together. Mixed economy, in which decisions related to what to produce, how to produce, for whom to produce is by market forces plus government, because it is mixed economy. So market forces are also working here, government is also working here. So the first one is capitalist, only market forces, demand and supply. Second one, demand and supply plus government. Obviously, third one is what? Centrally planned economy. Centrally planned economy means it will be government. So the first one is what? Private means market forces. Second one, private plus public. Market forces as well as government intervention is there. The third one, government, means centrally planned economy, in which decision making such as what to produce, how to produce and for whom to produce is decided by centrally planned authority appointed by government. Government is appointing an authority. That authority is taking care of what to produce, how to produce, for whom to produce. There is one small topic in your chapter, positive and normative economics. Distinguish between positive and normative economics. Okay, positive economics. What is positive economics? Positive economics is that branch of economics which deals with such issues which are verifiable. For example, 23.5% of people are unemployed in India. It is a fact. It is verified. Then, what is normative economics? Normative economics is that branch of economics which deals with such issues which are suggestive in nature, which are not verified, which are not verifiable. For example, we should give subsidy to farmers. It is just a suggestion. It is not verified. It is not a fact. First one was what? It is verified. 23.5% people are unemployed in India. It is a fact. But the second one is what? It is not verified. We are just suggesting what the government should give subsidy to the farmers. It is not verified. That is the difference between positive and normative economics. I already explained central problems of an economy. What to produce, how to produce, for whom to produce. Now, we have to see like how does an economic problem arise. First one, unlimited wants. You know, our wants are unlimited. There is no end point for our wants. If I get 100 rupees, I want 1000 rupees. If I get 1000 rupees, I want 10,000 rupees. If I get 10,000, I want 1 lakh. So our wants are unlimited, but our resources are limited. But we don't have that much resources. So our resources are limited, and our resources are having alternative uses also. For example, if you have 1 acre of land, you can use that land to cultivate rice or wheat or sugar, or in that particular land you can construct a building, school, anything. So like it has alternative uses. Okay, bye. See you soon with the second part of first chapter. Okay.